From a half a world away, a gravely injured Iraqi boy was flown to Long Island for life-saving treatment. Today, he and his family had a chance to thank his doctors and the charity that gave him a second chance at childhood. And CBS 2's Don Daler has the story.
Even as the war slowly winds down, Iraq is still a dangerous place for American soldiers and for the people who live there. Because of these, the signature weapon of this war, the roadside bomb. 9-year-old Wad Borkin's face still bears the scars of the bomb that nearly took his life.
Earlier this year, when he was playing with his friends in the streets in the outskirts of Baghdad, and he found an improvised explosive device that he thought was really a ball or a toy, and he picked it up. He thought it was maybe a rock, and he picked it up and he started playing with it.
The explosion took his leg, his arm, his eye, and almost half of his face. He couldn't walk. He couldn't smile. Shortly after the incident, a Staten Island charity, the Global Medical Relief Fund, arranged to bring the boy to the North Shore LIJ Hospital. Dr. Kaveh Alizadeh began what would be more than 12 surgeries to try to give Wad as normal a life as possible. The biggest challenge was the facial scarring.
During the same operation, we went ahead and also put in a bunch of balloons that were able to stretch out his normal skin. And over ensuing months, we stretched out the skin surrounding his neck, scalp, as well as the areas around his mouth. And we're able to use that extra skin, the normal skin, to be able to replace all the scarred.
Now, not only can Wad walk, he once again has the glowing face of a happy little boy.
They fixed this young man and made him whole again. They turned what was a nightmare of a situation into a functioning, happy, smiling human being once again.
The surgeons not only salvaged a boy, they salvaged a family. Now that he has a future, Wad knows exactly what he wants to do with it. He wants to be a teacher.
Thank you, everybody.
And even more than being a teacher, Wad Borkin will be an ambassador between our two countries, a symbol of healing. He'll return every year for treatment until he reaches the age of 21.
The prognosis is good?
Very good, yeah. And he was running around, and he's got a prosthetic leg, but he was still running around onto the stage.
He still has the energy of a little boy.
He does.
All right, Don, thank you. Great.